Everyone's waiting for the Palm Springs real estate crash, while smart buyers are quietly scraping up the best deals we've seen in 5 years. Hi, Neil here with your December 2025 Palm Springs real estate market update. And I've got a confession. The data I'm about to share with you completely contradicts what you're hearing in the news. Sales are supposedly down 26% from normal, but they're actually up 12% from last year. Now, prices are supposedly crashing, but Indian Wells just posted a 17% gain. So which is it? Let me show you what's actually happening here in the desert with our latest update from the Desert Housing Report. Plus, we'll be talking about the 3 biggest Reddit questions that are on the internet right now, and we'll cut right to the heart of what buyers and sellers need to know right now. Here's the top questions. Is this the crash that everyone's been waiting for? Should we lowball everything with so much inventory? Or should we wait for the rates to drop or buy now with more selection? Let's dig into what's actually happening in December 2025, and I'll give you the straight answers that you need, whether you're buying, selling, or just watching our local Palm Springs real estate market. November brought us some interesting developments. We're now officially 26.4% below our historic normal sales levels. Now that sounds terrible, doesn't it? But here's the actual context. Normal is based on 2016 to 2019 levels, and we're comparing to the absolute insanity of 2021 when sales were just 59% above normal. And that was a crazy time. Inventory climbed up to 3,342 units, and that's just up 4.9% from last year. The valley-wide median price for detached or single-family homes hit $644,776. Now that's down 0.8%, just a little under 1% year over year. Condos or attached homes are at $419,000. That's down 6.3%. The current median price of an average single-family home in Palm Springs is $1,112,103, which is down 2.9% from this time last year. But before you panic or celebrate, whichever it is, let me explain what this really means. Here's what the numbers don't tell you. We're not in a crash, we're in a continued recalibration. The market is finally finding its footing after 5 years of just absolute chaos. And that's actually creating the best opportunities we've seen in years. Now let's answer the top 3 Reddit questions. Reddit question number 1. I keep seeing homes in Palm Springs selling for way less than they did back in 2022. Should I wait for prices to drop even more, or is now the right time to buy? Okay, let's tackle this one head on because I see this question everywhere. And yes, we are down from the 2022 highs. That's Palm Springs specifically is down 21.6% from its peak back then. But here's the critical context that Reddit does not tell you. First, those 2022 prices were absolutely unsustainable. We had bidding wars with 10 offers and more, all cash buyers waiving inspections, homes selling $100,000 over asking price. Now this just was not normal, and that was insanity. Second, look at the longer view. Even with the correction, Palm Springs median home prices are still up significantly from 2020. We're not crashing, we're normalizing. Our months of supply ratio hit 5.4 months valley-wide. Now that's actually really healthy. 6 months is considered to be a perfectly balanced market. But here's where it gets interesting. Location does matter enormously right now. Desert Hot Springs, 4.8 months of supply, still relatively tight. Rancho Mirage, 7.8 months. Now that's legitimately a buyer's market territory. Indian Wells, well, they're at 6.4 months, but homes are selling in just 46 days, the fastest in the Coachella Valley. Only 11.7% of the homes are selling above list price right now. Now that's down 15.2% from this time last year. That means that nearly 90% of the sellers are negotiating their home prices. Homes are selling at an average 2.4% below the list price for single-family homes. Bottom line on this Reddit question, if you're waiting for 2019 prices, you're going to be waiting forever. But if you want negotiating power, selection, and reasonable terms, this is your market. Don't try to time the bottom. If you're ready to buy and can afford the current rates, this market gives you advantages that we haven't seen since before COVID. Reddit question number 2. We're selling our home in LA and we want to buy cash in Palm Springs. With so much inventory, should we lowball everything and see what sticks? Now this is a $1 million question, literally. And the answer reveals everything about how the market is actually working. In fact, I just went through a similar scenario like this past week. Yes, inventory is up 3,342 homes. Yes, we have a 5.4 month supply. But lowballing everything is a recipe for frustration, and here's why. The data shows homes are selling at an average discount of 2.4% below the list for single-family homes and 3.6% below for condos. That's not 20% below, that's 2 to 3% below. The range goes from Desert Hot Springs actually getting 1.9% above list price over to Bermuda Dunes, which is actually 5.4% below list price. So look at price brackets. Homes under $400,000 are selling with just 0.9% discount, less than 1%. Homes over $2 million are selling at 4.8% discount. The luxury market has more negotiating room, and cash is definitely king. About 50% of all transactions are cash. But here's my strategy for cash buyers. Identify properly priced homes. They're selling in 50 to 60 days. Only 3 to 5% below list with quick close. Focus on homes that have been on the market for 75 plus days. Those sellers are really motivated. And don't lowball the new listings. You'll just get those sellers angry and you'll lose opportunities. The November data shows 538 sales actually happened, so people are buying. The key is being strategic, not scattershot. If this video is helping you clarify whether the Palm Springs area might be right for you, I want to personally invite you to schedule a free, no-obligation Zoom call with me. This isn't a sales pitch, it's a genuine opportunity for us to discuss your specific Palm Springs area plans, and I'll answer any questions you have about the neighborhoods, the costs, or the lifestyle changes. More importantly, we can work together to put a plan together specifically tailored to your situation and your timeline and your budget. So if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, all you have to do is give me a call. I'll give you my honest advice. Your next step is to book your free consultation using the link in the description below. Reddit question number 3. I want to invest in a rental property. Which Coachella Valley city has the best return on investment potential right now? This is probably the most important question because it's really asking, where should I put my money for the best return? And the answer affects your biggest financial decision. So let me walk you through what the data actually shows. For pure appreciation potential, Indian Wells is up 17% year over year. But you need $2 million to play in the Indian Wells game. Now, not everyone's got that. So for cash flow, look at Desert Hot Springs and Cathedral City. The lowest prices, but the fastest selling times, 52 and 47 days respectively. Strong rental demand from workers in the hospitality industry as well. For the sweet spot, I'm looking at Indio and maybe Coachella. Here's why. They have an average price that's less than the rest of the market and only 40 days on the market. They had the lowest months of supply at 6.1 months. Growing populations, improving infrastructure, and still undervalued compared to many other Coachella Valley cities. For 30-day and over vacation rentals, La Quinta is interesting. Up 4.3% year over year, strong golf course communities, and 76 sales per month showing healthy demand. The key insight from the data, cities with faster selling times under 55 days and lower months of supply under 6 months are showing stronger demand fundamentals. So that's where I'd put my investment dollars. But remember, factor in vacation rental regulations when you're looking to buy. Palm Springs has rental caps, Cathedral City doesn't allow short-term vacation rentals, and neither does Rancho Mirage. Okay, so after all those Reddit questions and all this data, what should you actually do? Well, for buyers, this is legitimately your best opportunity in 5 years. You have selection, you have negotiation power, and sellers are motivated. Can you get 20% off? No. Can you negotiate 3 to 5% off? Yes. You can ask for closing costs and you can include real contingencies. Target the $500,000 to $800,000 range where supply is highest. Consider Cathedral City for the best value, down just 5.2% with 47-day selling times. And don't be afraid to walk away. There will be another house. The wild card is, of course, interest rates. If interest rates drop to the projected 5.9% by spring, competition will increase. So while you should negotiate hard, don't wait for perfection. For sellers, price it right from day one. I can't stress this enough. The days of let's just list it high and see what happens, those days are over. Homes priced correctly sell in 45 to 60 days. Overpriced homes sit for 90 plus days and may eventually sell for less than if they'd been priced right initially. Here's the data. Only 11.7% of homes sell over the list price. That means if you're depending on buyers bidding up your price, you're depending on being in the top 11% of all listings. So you need to consider, is your home really that special? Consider offering buyer incentives. A rate rate buy down can be incredibly powerful when rates are in the 6% range. Be flexible on terms and understand that your competition isn't just other homes. It's also buyers' ability to wait. The bottom line, the Coachella Valley real estate market in December 2025 isn't giving us any fairy tales. It's not a crash and it's not a boom. Sales are actually up 12% from last year despite being below normal. Prices are holding steady within a few percentage points. We have the healthiest market dynamics that we've seen in years. We're up 26.4% below historic sales levels, but that's compared to an artificial baseline. Inventory is up 3,342 units, but that's just 4.9% more than last year. Buyers have leverage, but sellers who priced right are still selling their homes. It's a real estate market where both sides need to be reasonable. And after 5 years of just plain chaos, reasonable is actually feeling pretty good. If you're trying to navigate this market, whether you're asking the Reddit questions about the crash or the cash buyer wondering how to approach offers or the investor looking for the best return on investment, I can help. I'm offering a free 30-minute Zoom consultation where we can discuss your specific situation, we can run the numbers for your target neighborhood, and we can actually create a strategy. Not a sales pitch, a real conversation. And it's all free, no obligation. The link is in the description below. The Palm Springs real estate market is changing, but it's changing into something more sustainable and actually more reasonable. And that's really good news for everyone who's in this market for the long haul. Now, watch this next video all about living here in the Palm Springs area.